about Diddy. Okay, so look, they're talking about whether they think Diddy will lose his mansion or not because they said Diddy put about $35 million into his Miami mansion. But, if he's convicted, they're not so sure if he will be able to keep his mansion. And this is his mansion that's on Star Island in Miami. Okay, so they said that the legal experts are weighing in on, are you going to get to keep it, Diddy, after being convicted? You know what? Maybe his kids will get to keep it. I'm just going to say this, Diddy. I hope you get to keep your mansion, okay? Because, actually, I think that they should sell Diddy's mansion. They need to sell Diddy's mansion, and I don't know, maybe don't sell it immediately, give it some time. Okay, so look. All right, you guys, when they had raided his home, that was where they got all the evidence for his court case and everything else. They found drugs at his home. They found other sexual things at Diddy's home, okay? And, if he's found guilty, of course, Diddy is going to face about 15 years behind bars, or he could end up having life in prison, okay? So look, so far, Diddy has maintained his innocence. It's so hard to keep up with this. They have been going days and days and days. Now we're on day 9, but we're going to have the holiday weekend, so everybody's on break. The people in the courtroom, they're not going to be talking about Diddy so much, So, okay, so they're saying that if Diddy is convicted of the RICO charges, then that's when he has the possibility that Diddy would lose his property. That's what they're basically telling us, okay? So they said that Diddy did pay off the mortgage of his Miami mansion, but the government could still seize Diddy's estate, okay? That was coming from a criminal defense lawyer, Phil Harvey, in Memphis. He's the one who noted that Diddy paid his mortgage off and all that good stuff, So, all right. They said first, Diddy has to get convicted of count 1 of indictment of the RICO charges, okay? And then that would mean that the guilty finds Diddy guilty of running a criminal enterprise through his entertainment businesses, okay? So that's what they have to prove. That's what Harvey said, defense lawyer. Okay, so look, second, they're saying that the juror would have to determine if the prosecutors proved that the Star Island home was involved in the whole shenanigans of the crazy stuff Diddy's done. Okay, so look, Diddy would lose his mansion if it somehow involves those, special freaky cases, the freak offs, if it was all involved. Okay, so look. The juror, this is all on you jurors, the jurors. Let me read the comments. Hold on. Hi. Thank you, JK. Oh, nice ring. I like that. Okay, so you guys, look. So Mr. Combs is going to have to forfeit the mansion if the juror finds that the property fits that description, okay? So I want you to know, you guys, Diddy has a standing chance. We are looking to see Diddy walk because we want to see, we want to see the possibility if it's possible, okay? So, you know what? I don't think Diddy's going to get convicted of the RICO charges. Like the video and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, check out the prison series, you guys, and also check out the death series. Okay, so look. Back in 2003, that was when Diddy moved into this mansion that he had purchased from Tommy Mottola. Okay, it's a 12-bedroom estate. It is $14.5 million. That's what the mansion that he had was worth. Okay, so he moved into the neighborhood then. So he's had the property a long time. I would think that maybe Diddy's kids should take his property instead of them trying to just take it from Diddy, just because, I'm just saying. I think anybody, you should be allowed to keep your property. That could just be me, So let's see what else they're saying. So they said about 80 to 90 officers were involved in the search of Diddy's property to find evidence for this court case, to see if, okay, so at that time period, Diddy was out of the country. That's what they're trying to say, that Diddy took a trip. I guess Diddy was feeling nervous. He knew they were coming to get him. It's just that gut feeling, huh, Diddy? When you know that they're coming to get you. Okay, so Diddy said he doesn't feel that the government will go after his home. That's what a criminal defense attorney is telling us, that Diddy should get to keep his home. Okay, But they did find substances and weapons at Diddy's Miami home when they raided it. That's what the officials are saying, allegedly. Okay, so look, Diddy will be able to keep the home. That's what someone else is saying, on the team, the defense team. Okay, typically one loses their home when it is subject to forfeit. Okay, typically items, including houses, are only subject to forfeiture. I don't know what they mean there. When it is believed that the source of income to purchase the items or homes comes from the charges for which the person is convicted. Okay. This is making sense. Okay, I don't think Diddy will lose it, though. I would say that Diddy would still have a right to his own home, even if he's in prison. All right, you know what? Let's get it moving. Let's get it moving to hear about the trial. Has anybody been watching day 9 of the trial? Let's talk about day 9 of the trial. Kid Cudi. I only saw like bits and pieces. Okay, so I'll tell you what I saw. Okay, I'll put this down for a second. All right, you guys. I saw that Kid Cudi, they said, was smoking a cigarette before he did his testimony. He must have been feeling nervous because he knows Diddy is going to be in that room. When I come in that room, Diddy is going to be there. He's going to see me. I haven't seen Diddy since the day my car was blown to smithereens. That has to be what Kid Cudi was thinking. And then that must have been when Diddy was feeling good about himself. Diddy was feeling pepped up. Diddy was feeling powerful. Diddy was feeling good that day because Diddy was getting his revenge. Because Mr. Cudi dated Cassie, which was still Diddy's prospect. Diddy was still always with Cassie all along. Even when Diddy let her go off to date different people like Michael B. Jordan, he was just like, I'm going to let her have her fun. She going to come back to me because I own her. That's what Diddy was thinking. Okay, not my words, but Diddy was thinking she's going to be with me forever. Okay, so listen, when Mr. Cudi was in the courtroom, that was when he started revealing how Cassie played him. Cassie not only played him, but she played many people, including Diddy, okay? But you guys, I guess the moral of the story is that you can't trust these women out here. These women are all about themselves, kind of like the men, so why are we getting mad at Cassie, right? So look, Mr. Cudi said that Sean Diddy Combs came in his house when he was gone, opened up boxes, like if you have packages, he said he came home, on the table was open packages that Diddy opened, and then Diddy was in the house like, listen, I just want to talk to you. That's what he basically said. Diddy was like, I just want to talk to you, just waiting in his home for him. Almost sounds like the movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez. Okay, so look, you guys. Then Mr. Cudi said that Diddy locked his dog in a bathroom. This is what he said. He said that his dog to this day still had anxiety. After Diddy had did that and Diddy had left, his dog never felt comfortable ever again. That's basically what he said. So after that had happened, Mr. Cuddy, what else did Mr. Cuddy say? You know what? It is almost like a blur. It's a blur, you guys. It's a blur because it's just like I only picked up bits and pieces. But Mr. Cuddy said he did spend Thanksgiving with Cassie. I guess this was when her and Diddy was away from each other. Okay, so let's talk about what the judge told the juror for this weekend. The judge gave the juror strict rules and told everybody to limit their conversations with the media about this case, about Diddy over Memorial Weekend. So everybody's on break, So we got to wait until next week, you guys, to see everything that's going on with Mr. Diddy. And, it's only day 9. We still got a long way to go with this whole Diddy case, okay? And so Mr. Cuddy, Kid Cuddy, had a brief relationship with Cassie, okay? And I guess he's trying to say he never really saw Diddy physically do things to Cassie, But while she was with Mr. Cuddy, when you're not around him, she was still involved in these different freak offs, okay? So that lets you know right there that she never really cared about you, okay? You're dating her, but you're just company. You're literally just company because she still works for Diddy doing the nasty work, okay? That told you right there. All right, so let's hear what else they have to say about this case. Okay, so far they're saying we've heard from a total of 16 witnesses during Diddy's case. And you know what? I'm actually waiting for more breakthrough moments, kind of like the first few days when Cassie was talking. It was very, very exciting. It was exciting because it was just like, wow, Cassie, you put up with a man that put you through that. The moral of the story, too, is get out of there fast. When people, get out of there fast. When people are doing things to you that Diddy was doing to her, leave as soon as possible because it only gets worse. It only gets worse. It doesn't get better, the type of abuse that Cassie experienced. And I will say that a lot of women out there are lucky to not be in Cassie's predicament. Very lucky. Hello, KP Rygen. How you doing? Hey, MD. You can't come to my house. So look, you guys, look. So for people, women like Cassie are considered a preference, okay? Oh, thank you for my flowers. I love it. She's a preference, but that means for women out there, if you are not a preference, consider yourself blessed and lucky, because if you were, you would be getting treated like crap. I'm trying to say, and who would want urine from strangers in your mouth? Something that Cassie apparently had to do consistently. Just purely gross. Let me see what you guys are saying. Where are you, darling? I'm at home. Hey, pink lady. Hey, Mr. K from India. So basically, pink lady, my point was this, because I'm pretty much through with this whole Diddy thing, is that for women out there who are not considered a preference looks-wise, you are considered lucky. Lucky. Hey, pink lady, you're lucky because if you was a preference, you would be getting beat by people like Diddy. You would be getting dragged by your hair, you're going to do this work today. I'm talking about the freak offs. You're going to do this job today, Cassie. I don't care what that's how Diddy was talking to her. And she was putting up with it. What is your name, please? Tamika. I'm like, what kind of stuff is that? What is your name, please? No, so my point was that everybody is lucky. You don't ever need a man that bad if that's how he's going to treat you or please don't do this for money. I'm trying to say like that. If you're with somebody like Diddy for money and that's what you're going to be getting, it's just not going to be worth it in the end. Not worth doing. Yeah, did you watch day 9, Pink Lady of the trial, or day 8? Because now they're on break for Memorial Weekend. I kind of give leeway. She was young. Well, yeah, I mean, yes. Miss Ventura was young. Yes, I agree with you. Miss Ventura was young, and we all been young and dumb in our own way. And yes, the longer you live, the more you learn that you have to just say no. I meant like if you can kind of read over what this type of situation is going to be. You just have to say no. Like, yeah, I've been invited out parties. You know what I do? I tell them, no, thank you. And they're like, it's going to be fun. And I'm like, it's okay, I'm good. And they're probably shocked when I say, no, thank you. I'm in the US, KP, USA. Oh, okay, Pink Lady, are you in, wait, what city are you in again? Because you're going to try to, it's going to be fun if you go to the outside of that little chapel area, you know, the courthouse area. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of people. Everybody's going to be talking to each other about it. It will be fun. It will be something to see. it is going to be one for the books. So, yeah, I do recommend you go. Let me see what else they are saying. I'm in New York. Oh, okay. What part of New York, though? Okay, so now they're basically complaining about, okay, so Miss Ventura's former makeup artist, this is what she's saying. She said she worked for Mr. Combs from 2000 to 2005, and she stopped working for him because she moved on to other celebrity clients. And then she was like that was when she met Miss Ventura at age 16. And yes, I guess she's trying to say, yeah, she caught Diddy screaming and yelling at her. And that, yeah, it looks like she's trying to say she let her stay with her. Upstate. Okay. Yeah, you should definitely go. You should definitely go out there, Pink Lady. I got a lot of New York friends. I'm in New York every now and then. Right now, I'm back in Atlanta. So let me see. Okay, so after a party at Prince's house, Miss Ventura and the makeup artist went back to the hotel room around Grammy weekend, and then the makeup artist said Combs made his way to the room where Miss Ventura was, closed the door behind him, and then that's when he started yelling and screaming at her. And then he stormed out, and Miss Ventura was scared. And they said at that time, she had a swollen eye from Diddy, busted lip, knots on her head. The makeup artist said she took Ventura to her home where she stayed for a few days. That's sad when your makeup artist feels sorry for you because your makeup artist is like, I'm not going to be able to cover this. Oh, I'm going to drink some water. I remember that girl did date Diddy's. Hold on. Oh, okay, that's funny. She didn't show up to court. Gina didn't show up. What? So if I have to pretend I dated Diddy, okay. So look, if I had dated Diddy, and then like whoever you date, you still in contact with them. So Diddy would be like this to me. Like Diddy would be like, while he's in prison, Diddy's talking to me. He'll say Gina, and I'll be like, yeah. He'll say, don't show up to court. I'll pay you 1 million, Gina. Don't show up. Don't go against daddy. And I'll be like, okay, Diddy. I'll be like, could you send me $250,000 right now? And then Diddy would be like, I got you. Just contact my son on IG. And I'd be like, okay, Diddy. So my thing is, Gina, why would you show up to court if Diddy is making promises that he's going to marry you if he's convicted? If he's convicted, y'all get married and he's your married husband who you go and see when they have free time for the prisoners to have visitors, and then y'all have your convalescent visits and stuff like that. I'm just trying to get you to see my point that I would say that him and her must have got back on good terms. Maybe while he was in prison, she was doing favors for Diddy. I would say that that's what I think happened. Oh, thanks, Pink Lady, for the compliment. Did I see? You know what? I see stuff from Tasha K sometimes, but I don't get to see things like this interview. Did this interview just come out with Tasha K about Gina, where like she showed her talking about Diddy? So I think that when you're new, when you're the new girl, I'm trying to say Gina is new compared to Cassie. He knows that he can manipulate Gina a little bit faster and easier because Cassie already had to put up with his crap. Cassie only put up. It's hard for Cassie to leave her abuser. That's what Cassie's basically feeling like, because she's in the situation. But Gina is new, where she hadn't fully experienced Diddy's full personality, what he's truly like. Because the longer you're with someone, the more you get to see everything about them. So Gina didn't quite get there. She got to see Diddy do bad things to her while she was pregnant, but she didn't get to the level of Cassie. Thank goodness. And then Young Miami. We want to hear about Young Miami. Yeah, I would say Young Miami. That's who we want to. She was the last person who kept showing up with Diddy on all the red carpets, doing interviews with Diddy. Let's see what they're saying about Young Miami, right? No, I like Tasha K. Oh yeah, of course. No, it's just that I happen to pick different interviews. Okay, so look, Young Miami, she's 31. Okay, so let's hear what I want to hear. What is going on with Miss Young Miami? Oh yeah, I will tell you this. I did see this. That Young Miami basically said she was trying to promote something that she was selling. Okay, so Young Miami had some type of new cosmetic thing or something that came out, and she revealed that, okay, before it came out, she said she liked to be peed on. That's what Young Miami said. Then she corrected herself and she said that, oh no, I don't like that type of stuff. That's what she said. She said, I don't like that type of stuff. Okay, so she said she only said that because she was trying to promote the products that she was selling. It feels like she didn't want to be caught up in this court case. That's what it feels like on why she backtracked, saying I like this and then said I don't like it. Yeah, I am going to watch it. Yeah, so look, Jennifer Lopez, look, I would say that Jennifer Lopez, so what you have to remember is this. Like, we all know people in life, and there's people that you just tight with. So Diddy and Jennifer Lopez, I'm talking about before Diddy was getting caught, before he got caught in September of last year. For years, he would party with people like Jennifer Lopez. Always, when he would see Jennifer Lopez at award shows, they was always taking pictures together. They was always tight like this, tight in the way that you don't sell each other out. I meant like that willingly. They had where you talk to people and you're like, no, I'm not going to rat you. I'm not going to tell your business. They had a mutual understanding with one another. So no, J-Lo doesn't really want to sell him out. J-Lo don't want to sell Diddy out. She's hoping they don't call her. She's trying to do other things with her life rather than be caught up in this case. But Mr. Sean is happy that Diddy is behind bars. We know that much. And I am going to watch the Tasha K interview with Gina. And yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I think about it for sure. And then wait, something else about, but yeah, I'm happy for Cassie too, that Cassie moved on with Alex Fine. But yeah, Alex Fine, I just look at him as like a simp. He's a simp because it's like, who gets with someone who did that type of stuff? She's literally like a porn star, just completely gross. The stuff that Cassie did. Cassie is nasty. Nobody saw this coming from Cassie. She humiliated herself, and she's obviously okay about it. She doesn't care that America knows that she's this gross and nasty. That's the sad part, that you don't even care about your image. She just cares about money. It's obvious. She only cares about money if you're with someone like Diddy. And like, one thing for us to like Diddy's music, but it's another thing to want for someone to stay with someone as long as Cassie did. I meant without letting someone else interfere in the situation. Like, it's kind of something odd about that. And that's why she was honest, saying she did enjoy the freak offs, because really, Cassie, she wanted to come clean a little bit. And yeah, it's kind of weird that you're trying to get someone prosecuted when you are admitting that you're enjoying this type of gross, nasty stuff. It just don't make no sense. Hey, Spud. I know Kim Porter did the same stuff. That is why she wanted to have a tell-all. Yeah, so about Kim Porter, I do like Kim Porter, even though she's no longer with us. I always say that, would Kim Porter get a lot of love? Pink Lady, do you think Kim Porter would get love if she, because Kim Porter is a black woman, a real black woman, not a biracial, multicultural woman like Cassie. Okay. Would she get love if it was her in Cassie's position and was like, Diddy dragged me by the hair, Diddy made me take, is that what they would say that black women deserve to be treated like the way Cassie was? Is that what, would they say something crazy like that? And that's what they would be talking about, like, oh, yeah, that's what black women are for. Is that what they would say, something crazy like that? That's what I'm curious to know. But let's see what else we hear about Mr. Diddy. But Diddy's prison life is not so bad. It's not bad at all. Not yet. Until Diddy is convicted. When Diddy is convicted, that's when things are going to change for Diddy. That's when we will know, what his life is really like. But, okay, so let's hear about Jamie Foxx and what he was trying to say about Diddy. Okay. So Jamie Foxx is trying to say that he felt like Diddy had basically played a role in him being hospitalized. That's what he's trying to say. But now he's tried to say something completely different. Okay, so he said, so they men in blacks me. That's what Jamie Foxx said. He said, I'm effed, He said, this isn't funny, but I snuck in my phone because I didn't know what the outside world was saying, and I couldn't get my mind around the fact that I had a stroke. That's what Jamie Foxx said. He said he's in excellent shape. He was cursing though. I see things like Puffy tried to end me. No, Puffy didn't try to. Now he's trying to say that Puffy didn't try to get him. But first he said Puffy was trying to get him. He's not really making any sense. Well, yeah, you have to be considered. Yeah, like, so the lady who's in court basically telling all this, foolery about Mr. Combs, she has to look worldwide gorgeous. Yeah, you do need to look like, in order for people to be on your side and feel sorry for you going up against this big black man like Diddy, who's supposed to be a powerful guy. Like, they would feel sorry for you then. Yeah. But yeah, don't look like you too black in the courtroom. If you look like you too black, they might look like you deserve what's happening to you. Like, I'm trying to say, they would not feel sorry. Unfortunately, we live in a crazy world like that where, but certain people, you got your privileges in the courtroom. That's just the way it works. But yeah, Jamie Foxx is going back on saying that Diddy didn't try to end him back. So it looks like he's changing his mind. Maybe he wants Diddy to be able to get out. That's what it sounds like. You know what? He said, and then he said he left the freak off parties early. He said he left by 9 p.m. Something don't look right. It's slippery in here. That's what Jamie Foxx said. Yeah, Jamie Foxx, I guess, he noticed it must have been baby oil on the ground. You're talking about going to a party and slipping. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see what else he said. When they said I was a clone, that made me flip. I'm sitting in a hospital bed like these. Why is he cursing so much? What is wrong with Jamie Foxx? I can't even finish reading this. It's so many curse words. Yeah, what do we think about Oprah Winfrey? Do we feel like Oprah, she hasn't said anything about the mogul Diddy. She and Diddy used to be like this. Her and Diddy used to be pictured everywhere together. Let's see it. Oprah, and Diddy. Let's look at it. Because Oprah, she hasn't been talking about Mr. Diddy in ages, which it's kind of odd that Oprah, she just done disappeared. Here they are again. This is a different picture. This is just how Oprah likes to dress. Because it's like, how are you going to be friends with someone like this? And now you're not even trying to talk. Look, here it is, them and Kanye. Look at Kanye. Kanye's in there. Yeah, hit the like, folks. Yeah, look, here's another picture of J-Lo. Look, Kanye's here again. This is a different picture. Look at her shiny outfit. This is Oprah, Kanye, and Diddy. It's kind of weird. See, this shows you how fake. The moral too of this story is the day that you end up in something like jail or prison, that's the day you learn that you have no friends and that everybody in Hollywood is fake and phony. and that when you get out, I'm not going to talk to Oprah. Imagine being Diddy. Like the day you get out of prison or jail, you're going to be like, I'm not going to be friends with Jay-Z no more. Jay-Z didn't even help my case, man. That's probably what he said to Kanye. I wouldn't want to hang with none of them. I look like y'all all threw me under the bus. And then Usher, you ain't come and save me. You didn't have my back. I'm trying to say that that's the day that Diddy learned that nobody actually officially cares about him for real. That's the thing. Everybody, at Diddy's age, he finally had experienced something new because how someone might be 50 years old, Diddy, and feels like he done and experienced everything in life, man. That's probably what Diddy's like, man, I done did everything you could do in life. Oh, you ain't never been in jail for almost a year, Diddy. Have you ever been in jail almost a year? That was the day that Diddy found out he hadn't done everything. And now he's finally getting a new experience. He's probably never even had a hardcore court case like this where he had to be in there. So I'm trying to say he's finally experiencing something completely new. Mary J. Ooh, yeah, I'm confused. I feel like Mary J. Blige is two-faced. Mary J. is two-faced. But then again, she tried to say that it was her. Okay, so it was her, Wendy Williams. They both were trying to say that somebody in Hollywood had did some stuff to them. They said they didn't want to say who because the person was a powerful person. And I've heard this a lot. I've heard something about Tyler Perry too. They're trying to say Tyler Perry does this, Tyler Perry does that to people who are the main actors. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's really going on for real. I never got to work like that with Tyler Perry. Like, I worked on set with Tyler Perry, and Tyler Perry is right there with you, working on set. And he directs everything while you're on set. And he feeds you good. So I only have good things to say about Tyler Perry. So, yeah, I worked on many Tyler Perry sets, and he was only nice to me. But then we got people like Christian Keys, the actor. He tried to say somebody in Hollywood touched him, and then everybody was thinking, is it Oprah Winfrey? Is it Tyler Perry? Is it, it was another person too that makes movies that everybody's trying to think, is it him? And then he's trying to say, no. He didn't tell us who it was, and he didn't tell us who it was because he got paid off the next day after he was rambling about somebody in Hollywood trying to get with him that's a man. He said it was some gay stuff, so we know it couldn't have been Oprah because he said it was some, so I'm confused. Yeah. But yeah, let's see if Mary J. Blige has spoke. Let's see, Mary J. Okay, let's see, has she said anything? So all it says is they have a close, long-standing relationship, referred to as a brotherhood. But let me see. I don't know. All they said is she's hinted that she's cutting ties with Diddy. So interesting. J-Lo's not talking about him. Mary J's not talking about him. Oprah's not talking about him. Also, I don't know. You would think since he's a real New Yorker that there would be some other New York celebrities that would come out and talk about Diddy, but apparently that's not going to happen because people are afraid to be thrown in jail and prison or to be caught up in a case like this. So it's not really making any sense. Christian Keys, he made one video. You know what? I don't know. I think he made like a few shorts. After he made his video, he had like some different shorts. Yeah, I don't know. He got paid off really well, apparently. So he never had to work ever again. And he's probably just, enjoying I seen him at the gym. I seen Christian Keys at the gym since we're talking about him. I saw him when I was in LA or whatever, when I seen him. And then somebody who I was talking to in the gym, they're already like, I guess, cool with Christian Keys. So they were talking to him, but I had already been talking to this other person in the gym. And then they called me and they did like this. They did like this. It was on Valentine's Day when I ran into Christian Keys. Okay, so they did like this and told me to come over there. And then that was when I got to have an actual conversation with Christian. But yeah, he was nice. We had a really good convo. He was just at the gym like me just to work out. And yeah, I mean, I guess that was a fun Valentine's Day, getting to talk to somebody like him. He looks good in person. I'll give him that much, that he looks good in person. He takes good care of himself, so we will give him the credit there. Yeah, so yeah, I sometimes run into these people. Sometimes. Mary. Oh, remember I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, Pink Lady. Well, yeah, I switched cities again. Yeah, he was at the gym. Wait, that's a fabulous Valentine's Day, right? To run into Christian Keys and then get to talk. Now that gym, Usher goes to this gym too. Look, Usher goes there. Look, let me see. I have ran into a few of the hot actors at this gym. Like I said, like it's a few of them where when they see me, one of the actors, when he seen me at the gym, he just like he just kept staring. And then he stopped doing what he was doing just to stare at me. It was so funny. And I'm looking like I'm about to leave. But yeah, I mean, LA, if you're in LA, you will run into a bunch of celebrities. It is kind of fun because what's fun about LA is that here I am, I'm reading a book. I'm reading a book. And then Neo passes by. Neo passed by. He comes up the stairs, and Neo says hello to me. I don't have to say hello to him. He says hello to me first, and then he doesn't even care. He has a girl with him, and he still will say hello. So, and then Neo was at the same store I was at too. So I went to CVS, obviously, and Neo was behind me in line. And the store clerk was like starstruck and was like, "Is that Neo?" And I'm looking like, "Yeah, it's Neo." And yeah, so like I'm looking like, "Duh," like I'm like, "Duh, it's Neo. We're in LA." Like you like it's like, come on, like yeah, it's Neo. And then I'm just looking like, what's wrong with these store clerks? Like, it's not like we're in a small town and then you have to question, is this the person? But yeah, I mean, he gets points in my book. He was nice to me. But yeah, I'm reading my book. And then here goes the guy on the cover of Muscle magazine just walk right on by. I'm trying to say, no, that's the good thing about LA. I'm doing nothing, and there goes the person on the cover of the magazine that walked right by you. It's pretty cool. No, it's not. It's not in Atlanta. It's in Los Angeles. LA Fitness. Okay, so yeah, I had ran into Neo. This was I ran into Christian Keys that was probably like 2 years ago when I ran into Christian Key. But Neo, that was before he was with all these women that he's currently with when I ran into him. That was before that. But yeah, he's a different person now. Neo is not the same person. So yeah, he's not going to be like somebody that we just want to run into anymore. This was when he was the good Neo that we know of. This is when he was the good Neo. But yeah, also in LA, when you see these celebrities at your gym or your grocery store or supermarket, nobody is bothering them. I'm not bothering them, and everybody's doing their own thing. And the reality TV stars, you'll see them in there too. And yeah, they will get nervous to talk to you. That's what I had happen to me, where they're nervous waiting just to talk to you, and you're like, wow, you're the one that's the celebrity, and you was nervous to, what is he doing tapping me on the shoulder? He's the celebrity. This is what happens out there. Now, this is real stuff. So yeah, LA can be fun. LA gets a thumbs up on the celebrities because they're literally everywhere. Just walking by, I'm walking down the street, and there goes multiple celebrities. So LA gets a thumbs up on that. New York is not really like that so much. But yeah, in LA, yeah, you pretty much just have to go to any of the LA fitnesses or be in the happening parts in LA, go to Whole Foods, and you could run into Holly Berry. It would be very random. They like to go to Target. Beyonce goes to Target. It's pretty random. You would run into these people, and yeah, you might find that everybody looks a little different in person, but still looks like them. That's what you'll find. But no, I have never ran into P. Diddy. If you run into P. Diddy, he might spike your drink. He'll invite you to one of his all-white parties. And you would be wise to decline your Diddy invitation. That's what I would say, But yeah, Diddy. When you get out of prison, because you literally been there so long that it's literally like prison, you're going to be the biggest star ever. Even though everybody pretty much hates you, you have to make them like you again, Diddy. You're going to have to get everybody to like you again. You're going to have to do some humanitarian work, do things for your community, Diddy. And then when you do that, everybody is going to be back on your team. Like, yeah, well, they'll be like, yeah, Diddy donated another $2 million to leukemia. That's what they'll do. They'll say that Diddy donated. And then another city, when he's back in Miami, you're going to have to donate again, Diddy. You're going to have to say that you care about people and that you want to thank the world for having your back, the jurors, for helping you get out. And yeah, you should, when you get out, you need to do a public apology, Diddy. A public apology, okay? To Cassie, Miss Ventura. You need to apologize in front of the world. Maybe go on CNN, Diddy, and tell them that, yeah, you learned your lesson and that serving time in prison was not what you wanted to do, but you were brought back to reality when you were stuck in jail for all this time with new people you never met before, regular people. And then that was the day you realized that, yeah, you want to change your ways. That's what I'm going to say about Diddy, that Diddy needed a reality wake-up call. And that hopefully it has hit you, Diddy, that what you have done to Cassie affects everybody, including her mom. It affects your family. That's why your family is in the courtroom. But Diddy, your daughters have no business being in the courtroom, especially for the gross things that you did. Why should your daughters know about FOs? Why should your daughters have to see that this is what you're being accused of? Why are your daughters in the courtroom? It's good that you have a relationship with all of your kids, but the fact that you got people like your daughters in there, and it's rumored that Diddy, that you did something to Kim Porter when she wanted to release the tell-all book. So yeah, it looks bad for you, Diddy, all of the above. And I would say, Diddy, keep that Bible with you in court. That's where I'm at with that whole thing. Keep the Bible. If the wall can... Oh, you're just saying if Diddy could talk. Oh, yeah, Diddy was the black Hugh Hefner, because he basically did everything Hugh Hefner did, except for Hugh Hefner didn't get prosecuted. He's no longer with us. Yeah, he did the stuff that Diddy did. I know Hugh Hefner did some gross, illegal things, but he wasn't in the courtroom for it. He had 3 girlfriends. He had Holly. I knew Holly, Bridget, Kendra. See, he had 3 legal girlfriends. So Diddy only had 1 legal girlfriend that we knew about, which was Cassie. So Yeah, I wish we could hear more about the Playboy Mansion stuff. You're right. And the crazy things he did. Had his daughters in court. I guess he wants to show that he has people that care and love him, and that his daughters still support him. I'm a good person if my daughters show up to court. Maybe that's what his stance is on that. He wants people to be on his side. Like, if they're here, y'all should be with me. Yeah, he might do something like that, but Diddy stopped Cassie from overdosing because he told the drug dealers to not sell Cassie none of that stuff. That Cassie was using the different drugs. He made sure that he monitored how much she was consuming. So that's the one good thing that Diddy did. If he did anything good, he stopped Cassie from overdosing. That's what I will say he did. And is everybody having a happy Friday? Happy Friday, everybody. Yeah, I thought Diddy was nicer than this. I only knew he was a cheater in a relationship because of Jennifer Lopez. She said that when she was with Diddy, this was the first time she was actually being cheated on by somebody. And she acts like she can't believe someone cheated on her. Like you're that great, like nobody's gonna cheat on you. Thank you. Hello, Daquan. What's up? Everybody, there will be a new episode on the prison series, the Black Dolphin special. You guys loved it so much. The other people, you loved it so much that we have to give more details about Black Dolphin. And that's where Diddy needs to go. They need to send Diddy to an overseas foreign prison. Diddy needs to go to Black Dolphin and never return. Either there or send Diddy to the El Salvadorian prison, CCOP. Send Diddy there, and then Diddy will know that life can be hell. Go from having a super duper happy life to having a life that is hell. That's what I would say about that. Yeah, I don't know about the drugs Diddy used. I only know that Cassie. What's messed up is they're saying that Cassie uses drugs more than Diddy, so they really make her look like the drug addict. Yeah, she's a drug addict. Cassie just made herself look like the worst woman that you could even have. J-Lo, so they're trying to say that Jennifer Lopez, she doesn't drink. If you're like, what do you mean she doesn't drink? She don't drink wine. She doesn't drink coffee. That's what they reported about J-Lo. She is consistent with her water intake. I don't know if she tells us that because she wants to be looked at as ageless at her current age in her 50s. I think it's okay to have wine and, celebrate and enjoy your life. I don't think that you have to just solely not have, stuff like that. But no, I don't believe in doing the hardcore drugs that Cassie did. Definitely don't do it. Cassie was not into drugs, just weed. Once she got with Diddy, that was when he graduated her to a higher level of drugs. You're right, Pink Lady. That was when she felt compelled. In order to do the freak offs, it's just like being a prostitute. That's what she was, literally. She said it took over her life instead of her music life. She said she worked, I guess, as a sex worker, which is really gross. So people who are strippers take drugs just to do that job, they said, because it's too harsh that I guess in order to do it, they have to be under some type of substance. That's what they try to say. But yeah, I don't think people should be strippers at all. But somebody, wants to go see a stripper today because it's Friday, out there, that's their good time. And yeah, I don't know. I believe in maybe you should work at McDonald's. If you really need money, I would say try to be a manager after working at McDonald's for a long time. Am I crazy if I said that it would be better to work at McDonald's than to be like a stripper or prostitute? I don't know. I can't see that being a great job. But I'll say that I guess the good thing about being a stripper is that they run into supposedly men with big dollars. That they run into the men with the big dollars, okay? And yeah, I guess someone like Drake would show up to the strip club and then make it rain on her, and then she should be set for a few months if he made it fully rain. Hopefully he did, so that's what I have to say about that. Wonder what happened to my other phone. Yeah, you guys. Anybody else want to talk about this? Anything else you guys want to say about Diddy? Anybody else been keeping track? Hey, Dramel. Hi. Oh, thank you. We're basically just wrapping up on the whole Diddy and Cassie thing and how Cassie is two-faced. Imagine dating a Cassie and then she tells everything about you at the end of the relationship once it's over. Yes, I understand. I hope you have subscribed and that you please check out one of my prison series episodes, especially the Black Dolphin episode. That's a favorite. In the Seacop, that episode too. But yeah, one of my prison series episodes got blocked. It was just literally blocked and I never redid it. It's a lot of women out here like that, honestly. Yes. Hey, Daquan. Okay, so yes, ma'am, I just added to your subscribe. Okay, good. Anybody else have a channel that's on my channel? Anybody else have a channel? I'll check your channel out. And what is everybody going to do on this Friday? Anybody going to do anything fun? I'm just going to be going to the gym. I have to catch up on my workouts, get in the sauna. The good news is my gym is literally a 5-minute walk. There's a gym here where I live, and then there's a membership gym I got 2, actually there's 3 near me. So I got some options. I could go to that gym and then go to that gym. It's going to be fun. The gym that's near my house, everybody is a looker. It's just amazing. Oh, you're going to the gym after dancing. Pink lady, you know how to have fun. Oh, look. Yeah, everybody's going to be going to the gym. Daquan, the gym and go get some food. Daquan, are you going to eat some Chinese food? Hey, Yomi, what's up? So everybody agreed that the gym is going to be our fun for the day. Well, anybody going to get any drinks? Or is everybody going to be good? Okay, yeah, I did that last night too. I might be taking a day off from drinking, I'm going to I do need to take Mr. Foxx for a walk. Mr. Foxx? Let's see if Mr. Foxx shows up. Come here, baby. Mr. Foxx, hold on. Let's get Mr. Foxx. Mr. Foxx, he's coming. Come here, baby. Baby. Okay, here he is. Look, here's Mr. Foxx. Mr. Foxx was asleep. Look, there he is. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Oh, yes. Gray Goose. Yeah, he was asleep. I got to take him somewhere today. I got to make Mr. Foxx happy. Mr. Foxx ain't going to be happy if I don't keep him happy. Oh, yes, pink lady. Yeah, so everybody, I had to show Mr. Foxx off. I'll be working on the prison series the next episode, and then I'll head out and I'll go to my gym near my house and take Mr. Foxx out. Yes, he's a sweet baby. Hi, Mr. Foxx. He said hi, pink lady. Mr. Foxx lives a good life. He is very lucky. Mr. Foxx never has to go to the same park ever, thanks to me. Yeah, people, hit the like button and subscribe. Yes, he's good looking. Okay, so everybody, I will see you guys on the next one. And don't forget to check out the prison series. And I will see you guys later. Bye.